Hey there, Boots Owen here. Among all the chaos is another 8Freight bike. It's difficult to film these, they're so long and big unless you take them outside to a bit of a wall or something, and then you've got to focus in anyways. And given that this thing hasn't got any wheels, at least not really attached to it properly, I don't want to bring it outside. It hasn't got any tyres, the back wheels. There's a lot of issues with this bike and we'll have a look at them shortly. It should look like this one. There are slightly different models. They're both 8Freights made by Mike Burrows, I don't know, 10 to 20 years ago. Burrows Engineering, let's have a look. In there, Burrows Engineering, makers, Norfolk. And this one I think was sold to this company here. It says 8Freight around the other side. There you go. But it's been used and abused. The front rim is cracked. Bottom bracket I think feels okay, but the back tub is a bit ropey, to say the least. The back axle's broken and the back hub is broken here, but I was told that that has been like that for a long time, so that may be. This hub looks to be in better condition than the one on my bike, which I smashed recently quite badly and got welded, and the weld seems to be holding, so I have faith that the wheel will be okay. I started this mission to find another 8Freight when I broke that wheel and realised I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle if anything goes wrong on this bike. I've had it 5 years, I really like it, and God bless Mike Burrows, he popped his clogs there last year I think, and it's a crying shame. I spoke to him on the phone once about this bike, and you know, pleasant man, and good at making bicycles by all accounts, although he made fancier ones than this as well. Right, so have a look at this. That's not meant to be broken there or there. It's not meant to have that mark on it there or over there. It's not meant to be missing this yellow piece between here and here, which is a bit tricky. So I'm going to take off that board. We'll have a look under that shortly. The other thing is, if I can, I don't know what we're resting on here. I can show you it from this side. That axle is not meant to be sheared off like that. That's a bad sign. The bearings on the hubs are standard sealed bearings, so they're easy to replace, just regular ball bearing cartridges. This bike has the added feature of these silver fellows, which are called bat wings apparently, and they pull out to make the bike even wider. These bikes are about 8 or 9 feet long, about 2.4, 2.6 meters long, something like that, and they're 24 inches or thereabouts, 600 mil wide, which means they'll fit through most things except for chicanes going into parks or cycleways, which is a bit tricky sometimes. But the bat wings make them even wider, so they're less likely to go anywhere, but you can carry different things on them with these outriggers. They appear to be stainless. The rest is aluminium, so they're quite lightweight. Like, you can pick this bike up quite easily as it is. I got it for £150 from a fellow off the internet who was very agreeable and drove up the road to meet me. He put loads of parts in with it, which are, well, not the back axle, unfortunately, and no spare wheels. That's just the way it is, and for the price, I can't do anything. I can't go wrong there. He did have a spare rim for the front, which I'll have to rebuild. But looking at the front, I was looking at it last night. It's quite... It's not crazy, but it's laced up, well, just differently to my one, because this is a 90mm hub, and this one has a 70. So this one here, it's only crossed over once. Normally you want to get, well, for the most strength you really want to get the spokes at a tangent, so that's kind of what they've done here, or not quite as much as possible, but it's a bit of a balancing act because it's such a small wheel. Now these have all been relaxed, and I think that's just been done manually, so it may be a simple option of just, simple action of just taking the rim off and popping the new one back on. They're all a bit skew ways, and it's running up and down a bit, but it's not too bad, apart from the fact that it's cracked. Doesn't help. Single-sided front fork, single-sided rear. They're just a bizarre bike all around, but I like them. Once you're used to riding them, they're really comfortable. You can I typically would have one kid on the back seat of that now. I used to have a car seat in when the kids are smaller. The garage is clearly chaos, but that's neither here nor there. So I'll start taken the cover off. It's just held on with cable ties. Cover the platform off, it's held on with cable ties. My one over here came with a similar platform of plywood, but I didn't like it, and I wanted kind of a more, I don't know, solid platform, a more solid box. So I've got a box that's got 3 sides and a base, and it catches the, like, it's got a couple of holes in it where the bars kind of fit to it, but it doesn't drop anything. I don't think I've ever lost anything out of it, so it's all right. So this one, we'll get into it, we'll have a look at it, and see what needs to be done. So I've got that bike up on its side to get this base plate off. It's just held on. It's held on with cable ties just like that, very simple. But it's a good time for me to make a document of the kickstand. So the kickstand is just this N-shaped or U-shaped piece of stainless steel that rests at this position, pointing backwards. And when you pull on this, there's an auxiliary brake lever or shifter up on the handlebars. When you pull on this, it pulls that little flicker down, and that just kicks it down. And so once it's kicked down, once it starts moving, the gas strut finishes it off and points it downwards. I've noticed now that I've taken this apart that the whole right hand side is broken off pretty much, except for up at the top. So that's going to be tricky to get the bat wings running true, and it's also where the kickstand is mounted. So there's a lot going on there. You can see that bar there should be going straight through. So we'll have to figure out, do we need to chop it and put it back together or what? The bat wings, this is one up here, extended. And I'm not sure why it's got this bizarre weld in the middle. It's only stopped from coming out by one little screw. So I'll have to get that screw out. They're stainless, but the screw isn't stainless, which is a feature, I guess. So I'll take this off, get the board out of the way, and get that bat wing out of the way. And we'll try and maybe turn it upside down and have a look at this and see how bad it is. So I'm getting down to it now. I took off this little light holder on the back and it was cracked underneath there as well. So we're learning what's wrong with it. It's hard to know. Well, it's not. This is still joined through here to the rest of it. This piece here is only hanging on by a thread. Not quite literally, but yeah, I could just bend that over with my hand. It's cracked here. It's bent up there. It's cracked here, which I can pull apart. I'm not worried about pulling them apart because I think what I'm going to have to do is put dowels in of some description. There's something going on in that pipe there. Oh, it's a bit of protruding weld. It's a bit of weld metal coming through, which might need to be drilled out if it's going to be put back together. Just trying to look here on that bracket, the bracket that holds on. I don't know if that's sheared or not. I think it's okay. The guy who sold it to me said he came down hard on a fence post and just tore this side of it off basically. So that's probably, this bar here is probably pulled back. But the main backbone of the bike is okay, so I wonder if you could just get a wheel on it at the moment. It's probably rideable as it is, even though the forces aren't really going through. This model has this triangular piece here, or strut here. My one doesn't have that. And my one takes a lot of work, and it's got a crack here, I think, or maybe it was on the other side. It's got a couple of cracks on it, but none of them have failed. And it's, you know, I've been using it for 5 years, and it looks, my one's completely scuffed and beat up. See my getting on and getting off marks there, whereas this one appears to have a good thick original yellow paint finish. I think my one was originally black, and someone gave it a really awful spray of orange on top there. So I don't really know where to go from this. I could just pull these off. Like, they're doing absolutely nothing at the moment. I could bring it to the welder. I could take the front off it, but I'd rather just leave it if it doesn't need to be taken off. You've got some weld coming through there as well, so I would have to ream it out. Oh, it's broken on both sides. So really it needs a dowel going from kind of over there to over here to beef that up. And then this piece goes in there. It fits pretty good. And then that comes over to here. It has to join onto this leg here, which, if it was up like that. So this one doesn't have any fillets in here, but my one has these triangular fillets like this. And apparently what used to happen was the frames would break, people would send them back to Burrows, and he would weld in another piece and just see if that makes it any stronger. You know, he'd fix the problem and then weld in another piece. That's all anecdote, really. What am I going to do today? I don't know. I think that's enough for now. That's my beginning video, introduction. Have a think about it in the comments for me. Tell me what you'd do. I think dowels, I don't mean solid aluminium dowels, but just like pieces of crutches or whatever piece of aluminium I can get that would slide in. I keep a little stock of bits and bobs, so might have something that'll fit into it or over it. I wouldn't mind. It doesn't have to look great. It just has to work. The other thing I thought was like making caps for it. Is that a crack there as well? Something weird going on there. It might just be, I think it's just rubbish on top. So this one's broken here. Like I think that's just the back frame. So I think that would just weld up. If I could get it back into position, I think it would just weld up. Yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. I might post this on a forum as well. A few photographs of it. We'll see what we can do. I need to make sure that this thing here is parallel to this one here so that the bat wings will go in correctly. As you can see over there, they need to be parallel for it to slide. And that bar needs to be bent out, but that's not the end of the world at all. They also need to be relatively straight, these two guys, for the kickstand to function properly. Yeah, tell me about it in the comments if you know anything about welding aluminium. I don't have a TIG welder, and I don't know anything about brazing alley, and somebody said I could get an attachment for a MIG welder. I wouldn't mind doing it myself, but for now, I would almost pay someone to do it. Given, like, I spent 150 quid on this bag of bones, but I spent, I think, 500 or 600 on that, and I put parts onto that as well. So I'm not afraid to spend money on it. I think it's worth it. I think it'll do well as a bike. Just trying to eyeball that backbone there. It looks pretty good actually. So I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough with it, even though it's chaos at the same time. Yeah. It's a funny old bike. I guess without a load it should ride like that without too much issue. I could just put the wheel on it and cycle it to the welders. The derailleur hangs from this guy here. That's a derailleur hanger. I think this one's pretty good. You can just bend them back with pliers or something. But the pop rivets are loose, but that's not the end of the world. That could just be taken off and riveted back on. And I think there's some spare ones of these in the bits. So it's a funny bike. He's used some parts that I think you can get. Like, I don't know where the blue bits here, the, what do we call them? Hubs, basically. I don't know where those hubs came off, but they have a Sturmey style brake on them. I think somebody said wheelchairs, but this one's different to the front one. And I wonder, did he get them cast up for himself on his own design? R82 ECC L1. And I think they're just bonded in with epoxy. Same way the front forks are made up. I'm waffling here, but I find these things quite interesting. I think they're just bonded in with glue. You see that one's different, and that's a 90mm one. And I wonder even if they're cast iron. The ones on my bike are different. They are red. Not that that means much. There's one of them here, and this one's more similar. That fork is similar to my one, but it has this distinct kink in it, and I can't tell if that's... It doesn't appear to be damaged because there's no stress marks. There's a little crack in there, but it doesn't look to be damaged really. It looks, maybe it does. Whereas I think the forks here are pretty much straight, but I just don't know. I think so. This one's meant to have the fork on the other side. My one has the fork on the left, and this one has the fork on the right, even though it's upside down at the moment. So maybe I'll clean it up with a cloth and just drag it outside and have a look at it. See what I think. So it looks a lot sadder, I think, somehow, when it's on the ground very low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 welds, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 welds that need to be welded. Might find another one again. 10 welds. See, something like that should be easy enough to make a little dowel for and pull it back into shape. This one's trickier. I think you just put a load of beef on top of it and tart it up, and you could maybe get a dowel in there, but how do you pull it apart? Because it's kind of held together on this horseshoe here, and these ones here really need to be straight. That one, you don't really want to go back. The main box is okay, and in fact you do have some kind of continuity going up through here, around there, and then over through the triangle there, but it's not ideal. So what do I focus on? Do I focus on getting the basket ready, or do I focus on getting the axle? I don't know. Bag of bones. Questions or comments, as before, please leave them below. Like it if you like this kind of thing, and subscribe to the channel, because I have a feeling I'm going to make another video about this bike. May not be today or tomorrow. I have to find that round to it thing. I think it fell down the back of the lathe. Thanks for watching. See you later.